Unity school. And for my main project, I created a 2D endless runner game on a game development software called Unity. And so in the video right here, essentially in the game there's a player, and there are these little obstacles that you can see, and the goal of the game is to avoid the obstacles. And in the top left corner you can see a life counter, and the player starts with 3 lives, and the goal of the game is to stay alive for as long as possible without getting hit. Now if you're running low on lives, that little red dot you saw is a power up, which can give the player extra lives. And so there are 2 main components that, aside from, of course, what you see, the player, the obstacle, there are also a lot of behind-the-scenes components which you don't see, which is both the physics of Unity and also the scripting. So first of all, the scripting, each obstacle and each player you see has its own script, which tells it what to do and different things it should do. For example, the player has to respond whenever it gets hit with an obstacle, and that goes into not only the scripting but the physics. And so just learning that, I found one of my difficulties when creating this project was figuring out, okay, now I have all these different components in my game, how do I make them work together? But I feel like I was able to learn that with time and just getting used to using Unity and learning how it works. I was able to learn how to make the different physics and scripting work all together to make a seamless game. And yeah, so one thing I learned, aside from Unity, I feel like also Bluestamp taught me something outside of engineering, which is that sometimes you get an obstacle and it's easiest to go around it, which in some cases is a possible solution. But a lot of times with my Unity game, I couldn't, because it's just really hard to go around different problems. Because in Unity there are a lot of problems that I faced, but I learned that you have to just give it time, give it effort, and you'll be able to go through it no matter what the problem is, how big it is. And yeah, that was just, I feel like, of course I learned a ton of Unity work, but outside of engineering, I feel like that was the biggest lesson I took. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah.
What is physics?
So essentially in the game you have the player and the little obstacles. But to make them collide, you need to make them rigid bodies and you have to make collider components so that they can react when one touches the other. So you have to, in some sense, like you can imagine that at first they're liquids, so they just initially blend through each other, but you have to make them in some sense solids so that they collide.
What's your high score?
My high score? I think it was actually right here, 97. Yeah.
What's your low score?
That was before the power-ups, probably like 8.
Thank you, Aarav.
Thank you.